and still can crack, and still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power. It's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position.
He's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
when you look
massive.
At that, they're giant. They're like a thigh.
And I know the reason why, because in General Santos, the mountains that he runs and that steep hill, that's why they're so big, because he's always constantly running the mountains.
A lot has been made about the pound for pound list. I've been on record saying you're my #1 pound for pound. But the three guys that everyone talks about are you, Alexander Usyk, and Terence Crawford. Where do you rank yourself amongst the three in the pound for pound conversation?
まあでもいつでも自分が一番だと思ってやってますから。
Me too.
Naoya Inoue has been running through world champions, and Joe Rogan thinks there's a clear reason why. In this video, we break down what makes Inoue's fighting style so effective and why so many fighters hesitate to face him.
I like, what's the guy from Japan? Inoue? Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably. Yeah. That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like me and him. But I think I'd be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'd be too big for him. Yeah. But that fight would be like.
It's like a dream fight.
Yeah. Facts.
Gervonta Davis was the first high-profile name to express interest in battling Naoya Inoue. With his knockout punch and unbeaten status, Davis has been running over lightweight and super featherweight. A fight between him and Inoue would be a high-risk cross-division battle between two of the sport's most destructive finishers. Although nothing is confirmed, Davis's public statements have created serious debate regarding what such a fight would look like, particularly with Inoue's capability to bring power across multiple weight classes.
If Inoue's lurking in your weight class?
He better not.
Big fight, big money?
Not. It's big money, yes.
You kind of want those guys in your weight class too.
No, I do, trust me, but he better not. I'm one of those guys, man, I don't know about, like, we're fighters.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to see a small guy and be like, who we think he going to come up and run? No, I'm not letting that happen. I'm not letting that happen. So, no disrespect to him, he is one of the most talented fighters today. And I actually like him. He's a good fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters, actually. But if it happens, and it's a big if, I will try to destroy him.
Lamont Roach recently joined the discussion as well, stating interest in a future fight with Inoue. As the current WBA super featherweight champion, Roach views a fight with Inoue as a legacy-making opportunity. Though Roach possesses a more technical and defensive approach than Davis, he thinks that his timing and ring IQ might be an especial challenge for the Japanese star. His call-out is another indication that Inoue's presence is being felt across divisions, even among champions who don't occupy his weight class.
Do you still watch boxing now? Are you still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because boxing is my passion, so that's why I'm enjoying watching boxing.
Do you have a favorite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya
Inoue, amazing fighter.
He's a good fighter, and I hope that he will accomplish in different weight division also.
Yeah, he probably will. Such a quality fighter.
Aside from possible matchups, Naoya Inoue has gained universal respect from some of boxing's biggest stars. Many fighters and analysts have placed him at the top of the pound-for-pound rankings, recognizing not just his unbeaten record, but the level of opposition he's dominated. Manny Pacquiao, a global icon and 8-division world champion, has even gone as far as calling Inoue his favorite boxer today. Coming from a legend like Pacquiao, that kind of praise speaks volumes about Inoue's impact on the sport. Roy Jones Jr., perhaps the best boxer ever, also listed Naoya Inoue as his current #1 pound-for-pound fighter. In an exhaustive breakdown, Jones noted Inoue's outstanding fundamentals, citing his footwork, timing, and capacity to manage distance as primary explanations for his supremacy. He complimented Inoue's poise under pressure and his accuracy punching, deeming him technically sound and dangerous in every exchange. For a technician such as Jones to provide that amount of praise, it only serves to illustrate just how well-rounded Inoue's game really is.
At the same time, there's another tornado brewing over there in the name of Inoue. He just won. That is a bad dude. You hear me? Say what you want. I know he way over there in Japan or wherever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound for pound number one. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now, and the United States don't know him because...
Roy Jones Jr. wasn't the only one who was impressed with Naoya Inoue's skill set. Boxing great Mike Tyson also had his say, naming Inoue as his #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Tyson, whose own ferocious power and technique have set him apart from the pack, lauded Inoue's balance of speed, accuracy, and knockout capacity. He noted how Inoue's capability to break down opponents so consistently and precisely puts him in a category uniquely separate from others in the sport today. Tyson's validation, coupled with Jones's breakdown, puts Inoue firmly atop the pound-for-pound rankings.
Yes, right there, you were able to hit him.
Hey, you got one more minute.
Really hard to hit Crawford.
Honestly, Mike, do you think the winner, did you see the monster in the ring? Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter?
Japanese fighter is the best fighter. Mike, for my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
Mike, the idea's been thrown out there for him to move up to 130 fights to fight Gervonta Davis down the line. Could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, listen, how much he wants to move? He's 122 now, right?
He's 122, he'd be going to 135.
Why don't they fight 132, something like that? Both of them. Yeah.
Hey, give him a TV break. Give him a TV break. You got a TV break, y'all. One TV break. Come on, let's get it for you.
Right-handed against Spencer. Keep switching.
Antonio Barrera, that great Mexican warrior who was renowned for his fighting heart, also had great respect for Naoya Inoue's skills. Barrera admired Inoue's skill set and the way he could keep his cool under fire, saying that his fighting style was very much like the greats. He praised Inoue for his disciplined style, noting that the Japanese fighter's blend of power and technique placed him among the most lethal in the sport. Barrera's admiration for Inoue reflects how the fighter's skill set crosses cultures and generations in boxing.
No, yo lo respeto mucho y aparte también le estaba yo agradeciendo que me mencionó como que soy boxeadores que él ha seguido.
No, no, I respect him a lot. I have a lot of respect for him. I even thank him for having me in the list of Mexican fighters that he's been watching.
Where do you have you on the list?
¿Dónde estuvo en la lista?
Me mencionó primero. Primero mencionó Barrera, después Márquez y al final al Reíble, pero yo creo que para mí es increíble, espectacular lo que él hizo.
You mentioned me first, I believe. It was Barrera, Morales, Márquez and Eric. It's an honor to be mentioned so high up with such a high skill fighter.
Well, yeah, you guys were the dominant fighters at the featherweight divisions. How do you think he would have done against you guys, and just how great is he in these weight classes?
Que ustedes dominaron esa división por mucho tiempo. ¿Cómo crees que una persona como Inoue hubiera estado metido en esa mezcla?
Qué bueno que no está en nuestros tiempos. Es el monstruo, como así lo dice. Hubieran sido unas guerras como las que tuvimos entre mexicanos. Pero la verdad creo que tiene ese estilo espectacular que en su momento se hubiera unido, hubiera sido sangrienta las 122 libras.
I mean, really good thing that he wasn't there because those battles, those fights would have been insanely, maybe even more than Mexico against Mexico. We don't have him in that division at that time, but if he was, we would have fights left and right.
Antonio Barrera also had profound respect for Naoya Inoue's skills. Barrera was impressed with Inoue's technical skill set, noting the accuracy and potency of his shots. He pointed out that Inoue's punches were not only strong, but they came with surgical precision, leaving his opponents with little space to recover. Barrera stressed that Inoue's skill at controlling distance while delivering killing blows made him one of the most lethal fighters in the sport today. His praise speaks volumes about the amount of respect Inoue enjoys among boxing enthusiasts.
Skill-wise or speed or power that really impresses you.
El poder, la velocidad, y en cuanto siente un boxeador mal, lo huele y intenta noquearlo.
The power and how fast these power shots are. It's just insane how these shots have a lot of power and a lot of speed through them. So I believe that's what I really get from Inoue.
I was going to ask you, champ, How does that make him so dangerous in the beginning of the fight when he comes in and he's firing off? How does a fighter take on a guy like that? How do you absorb that type of energy when the bell rings?
Como oponente, ¿tú cómo puedes controlar toda esa energía que se puede?
Fíjate que por eso le digo gracias que no me tocó en mi división. Es un boxeador que empieza duro, a la mitad está duro y cierra duro. Y se ha levantado de la lona, eso lo hace un gran campeón. Muy complicado contrarrestar todo eso.
That's why I say I'm grateful I'm not in that division, because that's a fighter that starts hard, goes midway to the fight hard, and finishes even harder. So I'm grateful that I'm not there, because it's an opponent that nobody should be dealing with.
Teddy Atlas, a well-respected trainer and commentator, also jumped into the discussion of Naoya Inoue's abilities, giving a very detailed breakdown of his capabilities. Atlas focused on Inoue's incredible punching technique and how he can produce knockout capability even when not fully reloading in his shots. He praised the Japanese pugilist for his discipline in exercising flawless balance between aggression and control, rendering him unpredictable within the ring. In accordance with Atlas, Inoue's exceptional boxing IQ enables him to adjust in the middle of a fight, disintegrating opponents both physically and mentally.
He set the course of the fight, the mentality of the fight, the theme of the fight right from the start. And had him thinking of surviving more than he wanted to think of surviving. He being Fulton. I'm not saying Fulton wasn't trying to win. He was. He's a confident, very proud fighter. And he's very strong mentally too. I'm saying that he never fully got a chance to get into a gear that he'd have liked to, where he could have gotten a rhythm going. Because Inoue put him right on his heels and a bit into as I said, a defensive posture, even though he's a defensive fighter who lives by defense and counters. Inoue mentally had him contained or limited a bit. You know, you have a lot of fast cars, you have Ferraris and all that stuff, so you would understand this. It's almost like putting somebody into a speeding car that's making turns at 120 miles per hour, and it's kind of hard to get comfortable behind the wheel when you're being tossed into the passenger seat. That's what it looked like to me. That he kept him under such pressure that he couldn't really get into the driver's seat. And the monster, I added a word to his name. The monster, I added smart monster. And I said this before the fight, and I say it again, that this was a matchup of styles that may have given you a glimpse of what a Pacquiao-Mayweather fight would have looked like if the fight had not happened 5 years too late, where Pacquiao was still at his peak as a great offensive fighter like Inoue is, and versus a great defensive fighter.
Floyd Mayweather, generally considered one of the greatest defensive boxers in history, also spared some time to break down Naoya Inoue's skills in detail. Mayweather complimented Inoue's technique, especially his razor-sharp jab and capability to control the rhythm of the bout through his footwork. He praised Inoue's cleverness in laying traps for his adversaries, employing nuanced feints to establish windows of opportunity for his crushing power punches.
So when we look, honestly speaking, the kid from Japan, Inoue.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see, even though, he got the Cool Boy Steph, right?
Yep.
He got the victory over Cool Boy Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool Boy Steph, he's not a heavy puncher, good boxer. So everything is about timing. But he went out there, he did what he's supposed to do. I want Cool Boy Steph to hold his head high. Proud of him. Any true champion can take a loss and bounce back. But far as, Inoue, it was a Filipino fighter, he had fought twice.
Yeah.
Donaire.
Mm-hmm.
So Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight, and if I'm not mistaken, Donaire was somewhere close to 40 or 40 years old when he fought him the first time. Whereas, and he was in his 20s. So he should have knocked him out in the first fight. Fighting a guy, you know, like I said before, you know, at that age.
During a recent sit-down with Naoya Inoue, iconic promoter Bob Arum had nothing but praise for the Japanese brawler, noting his outstanding work ethic. Arum noted how Inoue's dedication to refining every facet of his skill set made him stand out among many other boxers. Unlike the rest who bank solely on natural ability, Inoue's tireless work ethic and meticulous nature in training have made him an honest-to-goodness standout in the sport. As Arum puts it, it is this unequaled work ethic coupled with his natural talent that makes Inoue a future legend in boxing.
Bob, what do you think of this guy?
He's the best. Really, he's the best. All fighters should be like him.
What makes him so good, Bob?
Well, he's... Look, athletes, they're good athletes, and they're great athletes. No question he's a great athlete. But the fact that he's trained the way he has, and the discipline that he has, and the fact that he is always polite and open to people, that really goes back to his culture. And the Japanese culture, particularly as he has acquired it, is certainly remarkable. And it's a real object lesson to all of our athletes in the West.
優れてる選手は優れてる選手みんないますけれども、彼のように非常に上品でちゃんと準備をして戦いをするというのは非常に素晴らしいことです。
Historically speaking, how great of a fighter is Naoya?
Well, I've never, seen any fighter in the lighter weight divisions from featherweight below like him. I mean, they've been great fighters, great boxers, they've been, really top people. But there's nobody that has the consistency that he has, where he not only defeats his opponent, but he knocks him out. We've never ever seen that in the whole history of boxing.
フェザー級以下でこれほど相手を倒していく選手は見たことありません。いろいろと選手はいいボクサーとかパンチャーとかいましたけど、
Naoya Inoue's recent bout against Ramon Cardenas made jaws drop around the world of boxing, cementing his image further as a pound-for-pound contender. Teddy Atlas, always the analyst, had a detailed deconstruction of the fight, singling out Inoue's crisp footwork and how he controlled the pace. Atlas complimented the way Inoue's sustained pressure, coupled with his defensive sense, left Cardenas with little opportunity to launch any real offense, demonstrating Inoue is still at the top of boxing.
I know anyone Inoue fights is in danger. Anyone who's in front of him, he's going to hit, and he's going to hurt, and he's going to finish. He does that shoulder roll. He doesn't quite do it like Mayweather, though. You better be careful doing it with Inoue. Inoue's not going to chase you here. He's going to say, aha, I see what's available down here. He's not going to be tricked by it. And I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to hurt him to the body, and I think he's going to wind up getting rid of him at some point. For the people that say, well, is it worth my time to watch?
Ramon Cardenas' fight didn't disappoint and left most fighters thrilled with Inoue's commanding performance. Teofimo Lopez was among the earliest to compliment Inoue, noting his incredible set of skills. Lopez particularly praised Inoue for how he seamlessly mixed offense and defense, observing that he never let Cardenas get into any rhythm. The fight reminded everyone why Inoue is so highly thought of. His ring IQ, power, and speed were all on display, and Lopez, among many others, saw just how lethal Inoue really is.
Tia, what do you think about Inoue tonight?
Oh, he took over, man. He took over the weekend.
I know that's one of your favorite fighters.
Yeah, he is, man. He did a great job. Hell yeah, heck of a job. Yeah, that's why I came out here, too. Man, I came out here, I wanted to see him in person. He did his thing. Very happy, man.
I know he's very athletic, and so are you. Do you see any similarities in your guys' style?
No. No way.
All right.
Nowhere near. What's up, Theo?
Naoya Inoue was in high praise too, courtesy of his dominant win over Ramon Cardenas. Former heavyweight champion Chris Bird was effusive in his praise for Inoue, citing the Japanese fighter's brilliant boxing IQ as the reason why he was able to break down his opponents with ease and precision. Bird praised Inoue for his discipline and patience inside the ring, citing how the Japanese fighter never hurries but always seems to plan his next step.
Hey, man, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I got to, man. I see a lot of niggas, like, putting up, like, bullshit posts, like he got his ass kicked, Stephen got his ass kicked. But these the same niggas that ain't never put on a pair of boxing gloves in their life. They ain't never jumped in that square circle, bro. Especially with a bad motherfucker, a world-class fighter. Then these the same niggas who probably had a street fight and got their ass for free. My nigga went over there chasing greatness and got paid great. It ain't about the money. He wanted to win, of course, but, man, he was doing what he had to do, and this type shit happened in this game, man. So I want to say to Steph, man, keep your motherfucking head up. Don't let that shit keep you down. Don't let that shit have you down at all. And I want to see you in Vegas this weekend, nigga. Come out, pop up, nigga. It's niggas like me that still love you, nigga. Love you the same. I love you more, nigga. The fuck, nigga? You got a heart of a lion, nigga. You ain't lay down, nigga. Niggas would have went over there and laid down. You ain't lay down, nigga. You tried to fight, you kept fighting.
Tim Bradley also chimed in with the praise for Naoya Inoue's skill set, recognizing the Japanese boxer's technical expertise and punching power. Upon hearing the news of Inoue's jump to 126 pounds, Bradley had apprehensions, issuing a warning that the test would be different, as Inoue would be facing bigger opponents. But Bradley was quick to point out that he thinks Inoue's incredible abilities and versatility would have him be at ease with the transition, as he's consistently shown he can adapt and excel at the top level. Bradley's faith in Naoya Inoue speaks to the faith people have in his potential to perform at any weight class.
He was definitely entertained. Absolutely. I thought it was a solid performance. Look, I'll tell you one thing, because, you know, my honesty, you can't be getting hit with those shots, man. That's just plain and simple. You can't be getting hit with those shots and going down like that, bro. Seriously, especially against these caliber guys. Now, this guy is a real guy. He is. Top 10 guy. He's been ID'd, right? He can fight. He got punching power in both hands. And the way he was able to get up, I'm going to give him credit. He got up. He did the same thing he did to Neri. He broke this guy down, and he was able to get him up out of there. However, man, look, you want to go up to 126, and you want to try to dominate that division, there's some lions there, too. Dudes that can take your stuff. You remember, he's a small guy. He's a small guy moving up, man. It's challenging for him. The guy tonight was like, he really didn't hit that hard with the single punches. It was more of the cumulative effect, more of, you know, the combinations and the speed at which he punched you. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. It's blazing fast, it's accurate, it's on point, it's tough to deal with. However, you saw, hey, there's moments where you can take advantage of Inoue. If you know them, you have to know them. You gotta have film study. You gotta know and recognize them. However, fantastic job, great finish, and he's different. He a beast.
Following Naoya Inoue's recent win, Chris Algieri was effusive in his praise, labeling Inoue's performance as a masterclass in the art of boxing. Algieri praised Inoue's technical prowess, as well as his capacity for making even the toughest of fighters look second-rate. He went on further to assert that Inoue is bringing boxing back, admitting how the Japanese sensation's skill, diligence, and thrilling technique are rejuvenating the sport. Algieri's admiration for Inoue highlights the widespread recognition of his impact and the excitement he's generating within the boxing community.
Man, Inoue, that guy's, he's something special. He's something. Aside from, I've never been this close to him. I've called his fights before, but I called it in the bubble. Today I got to be ringside. I got to be in the fighter meetings with him yesterday, being at the weigh-in. He has an aura about him that's something different.
He does.
He's a rock star. He is a rock star. He comes to the ring. It's almost like he's levitating on the above the ground. And listen, I've never seen a fighter get rocked, the way that he did in this fight, and also like he did in Neri, and then just dials in and doesn't give up position, stays in the pocket, stays in the danger zone, because he wants to hurt you. He wants to get it back so much. He's willing to put his face and chin on the line. That's what boxing is. That's what boxing's all about. You know, he said it before. He's like, American fighters, they fight too scared, they fight too defensive. I'm a Japanese warrior. I have a warrior spirit, and he brings that with him each and every time in the ring. And that's why the crowd went nuts. Everything that happened yesterday and Friday that is forgettable is forgotten. Boxing is back. This was a fantastic show, top to bottom. Naoya Inoue is a generational talent.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the breakdown of Naoya Inoue's rise to the top, hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing insights. See you in the next one.